The Malvern School District, in coordination with the Malvern Leopard Foundation, would like to introduce and recognize the 7th annual class of the Malvern Leopard Wall of Honor. The Malvern Leopard Wall of Honor was established in the spring of 2010 by the Malvern Leopard Foundation Board to recognize individuals who have greatly contributed to the Malvern School District, or to recognize individuals who have graduated from Malvern High School and gone on to great success in their current workplace. Nominations are submitted each June from the public for this honor. In July, the Malvern Leopard Foundation Board of Directors reviews applications and selects 3 to 5 candidates to represent the district with this honor. The Malvern School District Board of Directors then confirms the recommendation each August. At midfield, Superintendent of Schools Brian Golden and Malvern School District Board of Directors President Jesse Clark would like to present a commemorative plaque to this year's recipients. Each recipient will also have a name plaque on the Wall of Honor located outside the district safe room on Main Street. Our first recipient on the 40-yard line at the east end of the field is Miss Margaret Baker. Margaret Baker was employed with the Malvern School District in June of 1972. She worked as the secretary bookkeeper at Malvern Junior High until 1981. At that time, Mr. Jones asked her to move to the Malvern Kindergarten at the old Wilson building, which was housed at the A.A. Wilson High School and Rockport Elementary School. She was kindergarten and federal program secretary bookkeeper. In 1984, the district was reorganized and 5th and 6th grades moved to Old Wilson. She remained at the building and was secretary bookkeeper for 5th and 6th grade and federal programs. In 1987, the Wilson Intermediate School was opened, and she and Mr. Jones remained in the Rockport Elementary building. She kept her duties as federal bookkeeper and also became the parent coordinator. She wrote and received a Rockefeller mini grant that provided money for babysitting, snacks, and materials for parent meetings. She also taught parenting classes during this time. When the building was closed and she and Mr. Jones moved to the superintendent's office in 1996, she became the district treasurer. Ms. Baker retired in June of 2008. Prior to her retirement, she received the Malvern High School, Malvern Hot Spring County Chamber of Commerce Employee of the Year Award. She has volunteered in the press box from 1995 to the present. The guys welcomed her when she brought them cookies, and we do really appreciate her in the press box. She is the bookkeeper of the Malvern Leopard Foundation. She has volunteered in the hospitality room for basketball and baseball tournaments and other activities. She previously worked with youth at her church. Margaret Baker, we thank you for your contributions to the community and the Malvern School District. And now we direct your attention to the 45-yard line on the east end of the stadium. Our next honoree is Miss Naomi Crane. Miss Crain was an educator and our librarian for 43 years. She received her Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education at AM&N College, now UAPB, in 1952. She taught 2nd grade and 3rd grade at Rising School District for 12 years. She completed her elementary and secondary degree in library science and was hired as librarian for A.A. Wilson High School in 1964, where she worked for 7 years. As librarian at Wilson High School, Ms. Crain used the resources available to her to encourage reading. She also was an invaluable resource for students as they transitioned from Wilson High School to Malvern High School in 1969. She became the assistant librarian at Malvern High School at the time. Following her 2 years as Smith Elementary School librarian, she returned to Malvern High School as a librarian until her retirement in 1994. Ms. Crain is a member of the Malvern Retired Teachers Association, and she served as president of that organization for 2 years. She also is a member of the AEA and ARTS. Ms. Crain is a member of Rockport Missionary Baptist Church. She teaches an adult Sunday school class and also served as president of the Missionary Society as program chairman. Ms. Crain is married to Grady Crain, and they are the parents of 3 sons, Gary, Gregory, and Kelvin. They have 8 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. Thank you for your contributions to the community and the Malvern School District, Ms. Naomi Crane. And now we direct your attention to the 45-yard line on the west end of the field. Our next honoree is Richard Fuld. Richard Fuld served as a volunteer for over 16 years with the athletic department for athletic events in the Malvern School District. He worked in the press box for 10 years for junior high and senior high games, and also notified and ensured that the press box was staffed at all games. He assisted coaches with stats and game prep for football, basketball, and baseball home and away games. He assisted Coach Alpe in establishing the Athletic Foundation and was president of the Athletic Booster Club for 10 years. During this time, he helped Coach Alpe set up the first hospitality room. He also announced 7th grade Jamboree games. In addition to providing stats to the coaches for game prep, he also provided stats to the Malvern Daily Record, Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. He also announced baseball games, and at times he worked in the basketball concession stand. I might add that he also coached elementary football for many years. Mr. Fuld has worked at the Malvern Daily Record for 25 years as a salesman, manager, and publisher. He left the Malvern Daily Record for a brief time to initiate the Hot Spring County 911 system. Mr. Fuld is a former member of the Lions Club and Hot Spring County Industrial Development Council. He also volunteered for 16 years in Malvern Little League and served as president. He and his wife, Jo, a former teacher at Malvern Junior High and Malvern High School, attend First Presbyterian Church. Their sons, John Richard and Wesley, both played sports and graduated from Malvern High School. He said, if my health permitted, I would still be volunteering my time to the Leopard program. Richard Fuld, we thank you for your contributions to the community and the Malvern School District. Our next honoree, we direct your attention to the west 40-yard line, is Miss Deborah Taylor. Deborah Taylor was a 1973 graduate of Malvern High School. She received an associate's degree from Ouachita Technical College, now College of the Ouachitas. She worked 23 years with the district as a Title I paraprofessional from 1989 until 2001 at Smith Elementary and Pratt Kindergarten. In 2001, she was hired as the Title I parent coordinator for K-6 parents. She provided parents an opportunity to further the education of children by working with teachers and parents. During this time, she also worked as Smart Moves coordinator for the Boys and Girls Club to provide adolescent instruction and to develop into well-informed adults. She also tutored students outside of the normal work hours for her community. Ms. Taylor was a great member of Greater New Hope Baptist Church, where she taught Sunday school, served as youth director, vacation Bible school director, and WMU. Ms. Taylor operated the Taylor Family Farm with her husband, Benny, who also passed in 2012. In 2012, Ms. Taylor was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. She passed away in September of 2012. She gave selflessly of her time, talent, and love to all children in the Malvern School District. She truly embodied passion, pride, and excellence in not only her school life, but her family life as well. She and her husband raised 4 daughters, Rashada, Katara, Kenya, and Sierra. They are all graduates of Malvern High School. She fought an epic battle against cancer, showing us all that faith and family will carry you through the hardest times. Ms. Taylor left a huge void, not only in her family, but to her school family and this community. Thank you for your contributions to the community and the school district, Ms. Debbie Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for our 2016 honorees on the Malvern Wall of Honor.